Hi guys, very good afternoon to you. And in this video, video number 239, I'm going to talk about how to send the 100 Outlook emails and at different time slots, right? Different times we have, and we want to send the different email IDs to the different managers, different IDs, right? My name is Ajay, and I'm going to actually tell you about this. And for those who are watching the channel for the first time, this is the video number 239, and this channel is dedicated to those people who really want to do great in Excel VBA, MS Access, and MS Access VBA. All right, so with this ambition in my mind to make you awesome in Excel, we have created a lot of videos. As you know, it's a video number 239. So for those who are watching for the first time, and for those who have asked me a lot of things in the previous in couple of weeks back, that they are looking for the basic videos, they are looking for the loops videos, they are looking for the PowerPoint videos, they are looking for the collection loops, and number of things. So guys, I think you don't have right now the correct information with you. We have all the videos, we have all the basic, intermediate, advanced level of the videos. What you need to do is you need to click on the playlist, and this is what exactly you would see here. All the categories, different categories. As you can see here, this is a video on the Excel VBA collection, this is a video on the Excel VBA function. We have the 10 videos as on date. Then you have the videos on the interviews, how to crack the interviews. So we have actually everything. You see that this is the Excel VBA introduction series. So every subject actually is covered, and I'm trying to put more videos day by day. So if you click on the Excel VBA, I just clicked on the wrong leg. Let me just so when you click on this, you would see 12 videos, and there I have simply said that you can see that read out this content also, basic understanding of collection loops. So these are all the basic videos. Before you jump on to the advanced, extremely advanced level of the videos, if you don't have any idea about the loops, please go ahead and watch this video, right? So you just need to scroll it down and you would find everything here, right? We have videos on the connecting Outlook from the Excel also. Now this is also the video where we are going to connect the Outlook, okay, from the Excel, and you can go ahead and watch these 13 amazing different videos also. All the videos are different, right? And I have really explained a lot in these videos, especially these video number 1992. Long time back we recorded this video, because today is the video number 239. So you can imagine, I think it was last year when we recorded these videos. So definitely you go ahead and watch these videos, how to save the emails, attachments, how to send the emails automatically to multiple IDs. So there are a lot of things, and here I have talked about the loops example. So what you need to do is, whenever you want to find any video on the subject, just go to the playlist and scroll it down and find it out what exactly suits you, right? Okay, so let's come back to this, and I have created this dummy data to explain you. Now what exactly we want is, in a nutshell, I want to send 3 emails to these 3 managers with this subject and with this attachment. This is the attachment path. I have a folder in my desktop, which is on my desktop, which the folder name is data, and under that data I have got all these files. This is the data folder, and I've gotten all the files here, and I want to send these particular files to these manager IDs, right? And at the same time, the important part is that I want to send these emails in these different time slots. Right now it's 12:18, but I can change this later, but I just want to give you the idea, and this status I have kept empty. So now how to send the 3 emails and these 3 different time slots, right? So if you have a more list, you can simply add in the more values here. Now guys, this code, the program is going to be divided into 2 categories majorly. The first is how to set up the time, where I will definitely go ahead and spend some time, and the second is that using that time send out the email. And to send out the email, I have already uploaded, you saw that 13-14 videos there, and there I have explained a lot, right? So I'm not really going to take much of your time on that part, because running the Outlook, controlling the Outlook from the Excel is something we are quite familiar with. And if you're watching the channel for the first time, then please go ahead, those all 13-14 videos are yours, right? I have uploaded these videos only for you. All right, so now let's go ahead and let's hit on the Visual Basic. And in the Visual Basic, now what you need to do is, I'm going to start it from the scratch. Now you cannot write this code in the modules, because if you write in the module, the code becomes standard, then you will have to click every time. So but in this case, you don't want to touch, you want to run the macro based on the time. So there has to be something automatic, and that is why I'm going to use this workbook. You click on this workbook, which is by default it's always there in the Visual Basic, and just click on the workbook, and this open event you need to select this open. Okay, now in the open, whenever you open the workbook, then what you need to do, so you have to tell your Excel user that if he or she is going to run this every day, then they have to open this whenever they come to their office. They just need to open this file and that's it. They don't have to touch it again. If it is a weekly activity, then on the very that day they have to open it. If it is a monthly, then again, whatever whenever you want to operate this, you got to open this file, and rest of the things will automatically follow. So application dot is, I have talked about this previously also in one of the Outlook videos, but this time we are going to use it in a different way. So application on time. So when exactly you want to run this? Okay, it has a earliest time, the time when you want to run what, that is called the procedure, which macro actually you want to run it. Okay, so we'll create the macro also. Latest time means that if, let's say, when this macro is supposed to run and there is already macro which is running and it is taking more than time than your expectations, then would you like to give some latest time also to so that this macro can hold for that much of time and can run little later? So we are not going to touch that part. I'm only going to use the earliest and the procedure name. Okay, so earliest time, that the first email should go at 11, 12, 30, let's say, which is the value in the G2. So I'm just going to write here G dot value. Okay, and the procedure is string, so send email. Let's say this is what exactly we're going to give it a name to our procedure, the macro. Don't forget to put it in the within the codes. Okay, so this is your macro basically right now. Okay, so in the module 3 also I'm going to create this send email, which is empty right now, but we will definitely go ahead and write some program here. Right now let's keep it empty. Now when you run this macro, see what will happen, guys. You see the value here 0.4670, which is looks very awkward, because your value actually ideally it should be 11, 12, 30. So if you are Excel champion, and or if you know the basics of the dates and the time, then the dates and the times are stored as actually number in Excel, right? For example, if I do equals to and I select this cell and I go to the format cell, right click, go to the format cells, or control 1 is the shortcut key, and I click on the general, you see that this is what exactly I get, 0.4670, right? So this is a number which comes when you run this code, the same value you see here, 0.467, right? Now how this is coming, that's an entirely different thing. I'm not going to talk about that, but you can remember one thing, that time and the dates are stored in Excel as numbers, right? So this is not the way we are going to write this. So that is why what I'm going to do is, instead of the dot value, I'm going to actually use it as a text, dot text property, right? So once I have the text property, then see what will happen. Let me run this. Now have a look here. You see that it put this value in the quotes also. You can see double quotes here, double quotes 11 hour 12 minutes 30 seconds, and then double quotes, right? So this is exactly my time, right? Now to use it, I'm going to use a function called time value. I have used this function before also, and you can go ahead and watch the series on the VBA functions on under that playlist. There we have talked about all the date functions, all the time functions, right? Okay, so this is what exactly the code looks like, and I'm gonna close this code. Let me just close the bracket. There we go. Yes, now the code is perfect. So now we are seeing that whatever the time we have in this G2 on that point in time, let's say that right now the time is 11:12, so obviously we will have to increase the time, because right now it's 12:23, as you can see on my desktop on this machine basically. So the time, whenever the time which I'm given, which I'm going to give here, whenever the time that time would come, automatically this macro is going to run. Okay, so what exactly we want to do in this macro, that is the important thing. So let's go ahead and create the macro. So the first thing which I want to create is, because I want to go one by one on all the macros. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to simply write here a macro. Let me just increase the height of this. So the first thing which I want to do is, I want to actually go in the sheet, which is the sheet number 1. As you can see, we have a sheet number 1. So in the sheet number 1, we select the sheet, and then we're going to capture the row number. That what is the row number of this, basically the cell, right? And then I'm going to once the email sends, I'm going to write here done, so that the next time the loop runs, my cell should come on the next blank cell, and then it captures the row number of that, and then we can use that, the row number with this D column, E column, and F column separately. This is the idea. So how you actually going to check the status? I've kept it empty. So let's say I'm on this 19 cell and I use the control up arrow, and then I move one row down. This will give me the blank cell. I've talked about this my introduction, VBA introduction. Go ahead and watch that, and I also have uploaded a video on the VBA interview questions, the basic test, you know, if you're applying for the VBA and they want to check your basic skills, then go ahead and watch that video. It's under the playlist called Excel VBA Access Interviews. Okay, so now what we need to do is I'm on the H column, so I'm going to use the H column, let's say from the H1000, because I don't have this much of data. So I'm simply going to say that select end Excel up and then offset, move one row down. This is basically the shortcut key to use the control up arrow. End Excel up dot select is the shortcut key, but I'm going to use the offset in one line. Now what happens when you run this line? See what will happen. Let me put my cursor here. Okay, this what it will do, it will from the H1000 it is going to use the control up arrow, and then when it is going to use the up arrow, it is going to move one row down, because control up arrow will take you to the last value, filled value, where you have a value which is called the H1. So from the H1 it is going to move one cell down. So this is very much important, right? Now I actually don't even need this dot select, I need the row number. So instead of writing this dot select, I'm going to write here row number, and I'm going to declare a variable here which is dim my row as long. Okay, and you're going to capture here the row number which you will write here so that we can link it with the email. So I'm going to write here my row equals to this. Okay, so now when you run this, you know what will happen. You will get the row number which is 2, which is empty. Okay, so on this now row number 2 we are going to write the program. So to write the program you need to do one thing. I have explained this a lot of time in a very detailed manner in my all those Outlook videos. You need to connect this Outlook library, you need to check mark this, right? In your machine it would not be here. So what you need to do is you need to press M and then look out for the Microsoft Outlook. These all the libraries are, you know, alphabetically sorted. So wherever you see that this Microsoft O is coming, just find it out where is Outlook. There we go. So here you would find your library and you just need to click here, check mark it, right? Not this one, but you would see this exactly this library, my Microsoft Outlook 16.0. I'm using the Office 2016, that is why it shows as 16.0. If you're using any other different version, let's say if you're using the 2013, then it would show here as 14.0 and so on, right? So that really doesn't matter, but you need to on this library. So now these are the two lines which you, if you have seen my all those videos, then you must be familiar with this. So these are the two lines which I'm going to write to set up the Outlook, right? New Outlook dot application. These are the standard lines which we write, and then because we need to send out the email, so I'm going to use the class called the mail item. So to do that, I just declare my variable O mail. You can declare any variable here, you can write any name, but I just, you know, I'm used to writing these basically the variables because I have been working on Outlook from very time for a very long time, right? I beg your pardon. This should be dim O mail as Outlook item, and then you use the set O mail equals to new Outlook and then why you're not getting this set O mail equals to I beg your pardon, not new actually, Outlook create item. Okay, and then you need to write here create mail item. So this is basically O mail item means that we are going to deal with the emails, sending or receiving the emails, right? So we want to send the emails, so that's why these 4 lines are very much important. These are the standard lines, we are going to use it. Now what is the next thing? Next thing is very simple. So I'm going to simply say that with O mail and end with. Now here what I need to do is, so I need to send this email to whom? Dot 2 equals to, how do I know? I know that it's on the D column, right? So I'm going to use the D with this my variable, so that makes it what? Range D, and I join it with the my row variable, because you know in the my row I have a value called 2, and that is going to help me a lot, right? So I write here 2. If you want have, if you have any CC, you can write the CC as well. We don't have any CC or BCC, so I'll just write here subject, and in the subject also I'm going to copy the same code. Let me just remove all this, and then here I'm going to write here E. Okay, so now E is going to join with the 2, so what it makes it? E2. Okay, and then again you're going to use the F. So I just copy this not this, actually I want to copy this. I should copy this. Let me copy this. Now that is going to be the attachment, which file you want to send it out, right? So you know that it should be, now why I keep on saying you know that, because I believe that you have watched my older, the previous videos, the 13-14 videos on that, because they are the very good videos. Actually I have discussed a lot of things there. All right, so attachment add, then what you want to attach actually this path, which should be in the F column, and obviously the row number will remain same, right? And I think the time is not required, because that is going to be captured in this workbook open event. So we are good with this. And at last we want to send it display. If you want to display it, right? If you want to send the email, which I will not recommend, then the email will be sent automatically. Okay, but I want to first test this, and if the mail looks nice, if it is drafted properly, then I can go ahead and send it out. So this is the code now, guys. Now what is the next thing you want to do? Once you are through with the this code, you got to again use this H. You come from the, let's say 1000, 10,000, whatever, end Excel up. This will take you to the last cell, the blank cell basically, right? So now what happens when this line runs, your code would be here, and then there we would like to write that active cell dot value equals to sent, email sent. Okay, so in this way you can also track the things. All right, so now why I'm doing that, let me just give you the example for this. So the code is ready, and I guess let me just put it little up so that you can see the entire code. And yeah, there we go. Okay, now let us run the code. Okay, so this my row, in the beginning it is going to give you 2, so the email is drafted. Now this 2 means that it is going to be joined with D2. Ultimately you have this abc@outlook.com, you can see. So this is 2, and you can see that in the subject we have India region, and in the attachment now I have the row number 2, F2. So whatever the attachment I have in the column F2 I have written, that should be added. And now display, you can see in the background the email is displayed. Let me just minimize it. You see that the email is drafted. Perfect. Now what is the next thing I want to do? I want to go to the last cell. Let me show you. Now I'm already on that cell, so you won't see any changes, but it will print the email sent here. You can see here, email sent. All right, now what is the benefit of that? Of this, not only it is going to give you the status, but the next time when the loop runs, see what will happen. This my row is going to use the control up arrow from the H1000 cell, and obviously it will stop at H2, and from the H2 it is going to move 1 row down, which is this 1. Okay, so ultimately your new row will be 3, right? So now this 3 is going to be used everywhere. Now you see that my 2, it is going to be matt@outlook.com, and similarly the subject is going to be changed to the European region. Previously it was India region. And then attachment is also going to be at we are going to have a different attachment, which you can see here, cvajay.doc, and then this is also going to be displayed, right? So similarly this also email sent, we published it, and you can see that I got the email sent here. The next time again when you're going to run this macro again, this is what you will see. What is my row now? It's actually the row number 4, because control up arrow will stop at H3, and from there we're moving actually 1 row down. So again you're going to run this, and this is what you will see. So this is how all the 3 emails are going to be drafted. I hope you understood this, right? Now what we want, let me close them first. Nobody is here to run this code again and again, obviously we understand that. Okay, so how we are going to set this up? This macro should automatically run. Okay, we are going to go in the display, and here I'm going to simply write this 3 times, because I want the 3 emails. If you have 100 emails, you can write here 100, the same line you can type in 100 times. Just change the time to this G3 and G4. It's not going to take much of the time. Just need to copy and paste it, and just need to change this, G2, G3 and G4, right? And the macro will remain same. Okay, and when you open this workbook, one thing very important, because let's say today you ran this, and this is what exactly you see, sent, and you save this file and tomorrow again you open this to run this, then what will happen when your code will run, it will capture this row number which is 5 and it will find this row number empty, or maybe if you have values then upper 3 values will be lost, the email will not go to that. So we need to ensure whenever this file gets opened every day, this should be blank, okay, for the new day. So what we can do is we can simply write here one code that whenever the user is going to open this workbook, it should go in the sheet 1, and I'm going to select this range. You can define whatever range you have. I'll give it let's say a h22. I can write here maybe long list 1 lakh, maybe select and selection dot clear. Okay, that's my thought. Maybe you can develop it in your own way as well, not a problem. Okay, so I guess we are fine with this everything. Let me save the file. I've saved the changes G2, G3, G4. This is very important. Now let us set up the time. This is a real test now. Now it's 12:36 right now. Okay, so I'm going to write here 12:37. okay, so let's just quickly write here 12:37 and then we're gonna write here 20 seconds. And then 37 and the 30 seconds. Let me quickly copy this because we have already got the time, and this is going to be 40 seconds and this is going to be 50 seconds, guys. Okay, let me save this file quickly and let's just close this, and I'm gonna open it again quickly. Where's my book one? Yes, that's the book one. There we go. All right, the file is getting opened. Yes, now you see that the macro opened and it cleared all the cell. That's why you see it highlighted. Okay, so let's now cross the fingers and let's just wait for this to 12:37 is there now. 30 seconds still to go, so I should wait for a couple of more seconds and then the email should go to the abc@outlook.com, and after 10 seconds it should go to the Matt, and then just 10 seconds again it should go to the Srinivas. So let's just wait if we are good to go with this or not, and we should have a finally done, you know, that the email sent. Ambiguous name detected. All right, so I got some problem here, guys. Okay, let me press OK and let's just stop this. The macro did not run, that's why you see that ambiguous name detected. So ambiguous name detected, it comes when actually you have created more than one macro having the same name, and one has to be, you know, one should be punished for that, as I'm actually being punished. I think this macro is already created. Let me go somewhere. Yeah, you see that this is already created. That's very bad of me. I should have actually, let me just quickly delete this. You can't create the, you know, two macros having the same name, so I don't need these macros. Basically I was doing something, so I can delete this. That's it. Now we have only one macro, I hope, and let us go ahead and change the time. So I'm gonna keep it 39, and I'm gonna keep it 39, and I'm gonna keep it 39. Okay, let's just save the things, and I just close the things, and I'm going to open it again. Hopefully this time it should run. So the data is cleared, as you can see, and we will wait for now 12:39. right now it's 12:38, so you will have to be little patient. All right, so this is the first time of the code, you know, we are preparing this kind of a different requirement, sending the emails on the different times. So 12:39 is there. Now we will just wait for maybe 25 seconds more and it should draft the email, right? So I'm going to upload this video under the same playlist, by the way, so that you can watch all those videos, you know, under that playlist. You don't have to really look here and there. It's a one-stop for, you know, for your all the requirements, for your all the shopping requirements, I would say. Whatever you want to purchase, just purchase that. All right, so okay, there we go. ABC email is drafted. Wonderful. And 10 seconds more and we should be able to see the next email. And oh wow, this is going to the Matt, European region, with CV Ajay. All right, actually I'm going to apply. All right, there we go. So you have the Srinivas as well. So guys, I think your job is done, right? So your all the emails are drafted, and if you use the .send, then you know that you won't see these pop-ups. You won't see these pop-ups, right? So that's all up to you. And look at this. This is beautiful. Email sent. So email is also, you know, sent. You have the status coming here, right? So I think this was very simple. I know that many of you who are following me, they would be understanding this code very easily, but for those who are not following this, I mean, this is a new thing for them, and I hope that you will like this video. But the most important part is actually that how to write this code here. This was really very interesting, and especially the .text command, right? So guys, that's the end of the video. I'm not gonna take now much of your time. Your time is very much precious, I know that. So I will be just wrapping this up with one thing, one request, that if you haven't subscribed to the channel, just click on the right bottom corner and subscribe to the channel and be a part of this, you know, awesome learning. Thank you so much. I will be back very soon with some another exciting stuff. Thank you guys. Bye bye.